Hello, as I shoot this video, it is Monday 8th of July, one day before the first of two semi-finals for the Euro 2024 soccer tournament. Tomorrow we will see the first semi-final between Spain and France, and Wednesday the second semi-final between the Netherlands and England. Last Friday, before the first quarterfinal, I shared a video on this channel with my quarterfinal predictions. The only prediction that did not come true was England versus Switzerland, where I gave better chances for Switzerland. So given the performance of these four semi-finalists in their 5 matches thus far, what are the most likely outcomes for the semi-finals? In my previous video, I explained that there are many models that can be used to predict soccer match outcomes to some extent, that some models take into account more information than others, but while for that reason also need more data and usually also need more assumptions than simpler models. In my simple model, to predict different scenarios and their probabilities for the semi-final of Spain versus France, I used the goals that Spain scored in their 5 matches as information of Spain's scoring potential against opponents in the tournament, and the goals that France scored in their 5 matches as information of France's scoring potential against opponents in the tournament. In addition, I treat each of these 5 matches for each team as more or less independent, because opponents are different and we have too little information to seriously model potential serial correlation anyway, and I treat the series of 5 matches as a whole for each of the two teams as comparable, with both Spain and France having had relatively stronger and relatively weaker opponents. Under these assumptions, I use the goals that Spain had to receive as an opponent's potential to score against Spain in the tournament, and I use the goals that France had to receive as an opponent's potential to score against France in the tournament. So we end up with 10 numbers of goals for Spain and 10 numbers of goals for France, and compare each number for Spain with each number for France, resulting in a total of 100 comparisons. 10 times 10 equals 100 comparisons. Before we look at the model outcomes for this semi-final, let me repeat another detail that I also mentioned in my previous video. The results that you see in this table are the results after regular time, not including eventual 30 minutes additional time or penalties in the round of 16 or quarter-final. This is because first of all I want to predict the result after regular time. Now, for the semi-final of Spain versus France, 40 of the 100 previously explained comparisons result in a higher number of goals for Spain, which are in this case expressed in the blue bars. These are positive differences because we calculate the difference as Spain minus France. So you see 40 comparisons in favor of Spain, which are expressed in the blue bars. In addition, another 40 comparisons ended in an equal number of goals, which would mean a tie or draw. And the remaining 20 comparisons, which are actually here depicted in red, and in a 1 goal difference in favor of France. Only 1 goal difference because in this tournament thus far, France never won with more than 1 goal in a match, and Spain never got more than 1 goal against. To formulate it differently, using this model for the end of regular time, that is 90 minutes plus extra time due to injuries and short match pauses alike, there is a 40% chance of a Spain win, a 40% chance of a draw, and a 20% chance of a French win. And of course, only one team will proceed to the final, so we split the draw probability in 2 equal parts and get a 60% chance of Spain going to the final and a 40% chance of France going to the final. So if I had to make a bet on a team, as a statistician I tend to endorse the highest probability option, so in this case I would go for Spain. Next, the Netherlands versus England, which is scheduled for Wednesday, 10th of July, 2 days after the recording of this video. Although the group stage for the Netherlands resulted in one win, one draw, and later one loss, we have seen 2 wins for the Netherlands in regular time in the last 2 matches, whereas England had draws after regular time in the last 2 matches, as well as in 2 of their group matches. Unlike France, England did not score a lot of goals yet, unlike the Netherlands, which scored 9 goals in their 5 matches thus far. Using the same procedure as for the Spain versus France semi-final, we see that of the 100 comparisons, 27 ended in favor of England, 45 ended in favor of the Netherlands, and 28 resulted in a draw. And splitting the draw probability in 2 equal parts means we add 14% to each winning probability and thus get 59% for the Netherlands and 41% for England. Given 4 teams in the semi-finals and only 1 team proceeding to the final, there are 4 possible scenarios for the final, which you see presented here. Given the probabilities for each of the teams to proceed to the final, the most likely scenario for the final is a face-off between Spain and the Netherlands, which according to my model has a 35.4% chance of happening. Anyways, before the weekend I will be back with my prediction for the final, which is scheduled for Sunday. For now, enjoy the semi-finals and catch up soon. Bye bye.